Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten 774 here, bringing you the next video in our walkthrough for Nancy Drew Danger on Deception Island. We are heading to the Hot Kettle Cafe so we can go down into the tunnels and find the anvil stone that Hilda Swenson told us to find. So, here we go. Don't mind us, we're just gonna go down the secret tunnel in your restaurant. Pay no attention to the Nancy in the other room. She's not doing anything suspicious. Okay, so we go to the right, and then we go all the way to the end of the hall, and go right again, and go all the way down. Take a really long walk. All the way to the lighthouse. Do-do-do-do-do. Wonder what Nancy thinks about on these long walks. Okay, so then we go down this little hallway. Oh look, anvil rock. And then Hilda told us to look up.
There's an opening up there.
There is an opening.
It goes to another tunnel.
Okay, so a long time ago, we found the clam with Hilda's directions in it, and one of the pieces of paper had port and starboard written on them a bunch of different times. So, port means left, starboard means right, and those are the directions that you're supposed to follow here. So, I have them written down. So first we go port, starboard, starboard, port, port, starboard, 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 port, port, starboard, port, port. And then we just go straight. And she gave us more
coordinates. I should have known.
More coordinates with this little thingamabobber. Okay, so we're going to write down these coordinates. To get out of the tunnel, you just follow the directions, but backwards. So we're going to go starboard, starboard, port, starboard, starboard, port, 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 and then starboard, and starboard, and then port, port, and then starboard. And then we get out. Perfect. So there's going to be times when you'll be tempted to go straight on your way back, but make sure you look for the turns. That will be the tricky part. Okay. So now let's walk all the way back through the tunnels with the creepy music. Very foreboding. I do like that they showed her walking, though. That just makes it more realistic. Anything that makes the games feel more real is something that I support. They already feel pretty real, but the more real they can feel, the better. Alright. They're probably not going to say anything, but we might as well check in with them.
You again?
See you around.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Holt hasn't really talked to us for forever.
Hi, Nancy. How's it going?
Jenna, is there something you're not telling me about that tunnel I found?
My family has always denied that Shanghaiing ever took place in Snake Horse Harbor. Why?
Because it did take place. And my great-great-grandfather, the man who built this place, he was a big part of it. I'd always been told that the tunnel he and his cohorts used to kidnap people had been filled in, and Aunt Iris said nothing to me about that trapdoor you found. If word gets out about that tunnel, the truth about my great-great-grandfather will come out eventually too. I just wanted to spare my parents' feelings.
Aww.
It's been fun talking to you.
Back at ya.
Was that really a fun conversation, though? That was kind of a sad conversation. Okay, let's get our helmet, and we're gonna go to the boat so we can get in the kayak. Because now we have more coordinates that Hilda wants us to follow. She basically set up this big, crazy scavenger hunt for us. Okay, let's put them in a GPS quick before we get into the kayak so we know where we're going. So the coordinates from the cave were north 48, 42.522, by West 123.08799. Great waypoint. Okay, so that's where we're going. We want to go way up here. So let's get in our kayak. And we're gonna go this way. How are we doing? Oh, we need to go to the right. This way. Are we lined up? Oh, we're right on top of it. Okay. So now we use our little detector thing. Aha! And it brings up a little buoy. It's magic. Ooh. Pretty box. That's cool looking. Ooh. What on earth? Some weird binoculars?
Hilda?
Uh-oh, I'm getting predictable. This really will be our last conversation.
Oh, I hope not. I'd really like to meet you.
I'm afraid that's not going to happen. So, here you are in the home stretch.
You mean I'm never going to get any kind of explanation? Oh, that's not fair.
Okay, look. When I made my exit from Snake Horse Harbor, I left everything behind. You know, to kind of prove that I'd lost all my marbles. Problem is, I left behind something that I realize now I should have taken with me. My notebook on Benjamin Hawkins. Someone has obviously found it and is misusing it. See, my husband and I explored every inch of land in, around, and under Snake Horse Harbor. What we discovered, and we discovered everything, we wrote down in that notebook.
So this fishy thing that's going on, you feel like it's your fault.
Precisely. So, use what I just gave you and take a look at the boat and the bottle that Andy has. A really good look. When the time comes, you'll know what to do with what you see.
But something just doesn't make sense to me. Why do you want everyone to think you're crazy when you're obviously not?
Oh, Nancy, after my husband died, I just got bored. I love the San Juans, but the people of Snake Horse Harbor, I got tired of them. So I moved across the channel. And to make sure people left me alone.
You pretended to be nuts.
But then I got to thinking that it might be a good idea to make contact with someone trustworthy, just in case. Hence the messages in the bottles. Now, get going before it's too late. And what I just told you, keep it to yourself, okay?
Sure. So you won't be calling me anymore?
No. This, as they say in the business, is a wrap.
Well, I've enjoyed knowing you.
And I you. Thank you, Nancy.
Goodbye, Hilda.
Aw, that's kind of cool. Okay. So let's head back. We have to go look at the boat in a bottle in Andy's whale world with these binoculars. And apparently we'll know what to do with them at some point. So, off we go to whale world. If she got sick of the people of Snake Horse Harbor, well, I guess she did say she liked Snake Horse Harbor. I was wondering why she just didn't go live somewhere else. But, yeah, if she, loves the place, but not the people.
Hi, Nancy.
Thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
Hi, Andy. Just coming to look at your bottle with binoculars. With a pair of binoculars.
There's some kind of symbols on those sails.
So those symbols are something you're going to want to jot down in your handy-dandy notebook. This symbol, and probably this one too, are definitely from Treasure in the Royal Tower, the 4th Nancy Drew mystery. I am not sure about the star, but those just look really familiar, so I'm pretty sure those are from Treasure in the Royal Tower as well. So, now we have our symbols. Let's head back to Katie's boat, shall we? I think I know what to do with the symbols. I mean, because those symbols look very similar to the ones that we saw in the lighthouse. So maybe we should just go to the lighthouse. Let's try it. Let's go to the lighthouse and see if we can get those symbols to work. Off we go. La-di-da-di-da. So now we know what these fish are all about. Those are some of the fish that Katie was feeding to the orca. And she got defensive and is trying to kick us away from her boat. So, I think this is locked again. Yeah, it locks every time we leave, so let's go back in. 3, 4, 7, and 5. Okay, and then we'll go into the lighthouse. I like how the lock changes every time, so it's like somebody has been coming to the lighthouse without us knowing. Which we know because there's stuff up at the top of the lighthouse. So then it just seems kind of more suspenseful, I guess, because we know that somebody else is coming here too. And it's kind of dangerous. Okay, so if we look at this, there's the symbols on the outside. And the first symbol on the sails was this kind of like fancy W. So if we click that, this will open. The second symbol was this cross. And the third symbol was the star. So the star isn't on any of these. So then we know that the star has to be on the outside. And then we can do fancy W here because it's not on this side, which means the cross has to be on this side. What's he gonna do? Ooh. Pull a lever. Whoa.
I wonder where that goes to.
Me too. Let's just jump in and go swimming, Nancy. No, we need to go get the kayak. Nancy, turn around. There we go. Okay. So now we've opened up another secret passageway that we can only get to via kayak. Okay, so we'll close this door. And then we will go out of the enclosure. And then we will go to Katie's boat and get into our kayak. There's our helmet. Back to the boat. We're getting close to something. I can feel it. This is getting exciting. Okay. Off we go. Let's get our life jacket. Go out. Then we want to go up. And then we want to turn and go. Ooh, one more. Up one more. There you go. So we want to up one more. Maybe? Okay. One more. There we go. We want to go towards the lighthouse, which is up on top of this hill. Into the cave. Ooh, I love the suspenseful music. Secret cave.
Wow, this must be where Benjamin Hawkins used to hide out.
So he wouldn't get shanghaied. Ooh. Cool. Oops. Better get that, Nancy.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
It's the orca.
Someone's trained her. She's not wild at all.
Okay. Except those things are ridiculously heavy, so Nancy would not be okay after getting hit with one. Just saying. Somebody has totally trained this orca, though. Play catch. Yes.
Maybe she wants to play catch.
With the beach ball, it's fine. Boink. Boink. She's so cute. I love the orca. What do we have here? Frozen Atlantic herring.
Firestone. Those must belong to Katie.
Katie's gloves. K. Firestone. Well, that is very suspicious. Harness series, juvenile orca. A harness for the orca? Weird. Some scuba diving gear. And then...
That piece of driftwood I found must have come from a container just like this one.
Oh, yeah, because it's the SS Whitechapel Dawn. So this is totally... And that's exactly what the crates look like, too. That's weird. Wow. I don't know. Katie's looking mighty suspicious, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, orca. So now we have solved the mystery of the orca. The orca is being used to get cargo containers from the Whitechapel Dawn up to the surface.
Hello?
Hi, Nance. We're bored silly here, so we thought we'd give you a call. What's going on?
Great timing, you guys. You will not believe what I just discovered.
What? Tell us.
For one thing, that orca that's been causing all the trouble around here, it's not wild at all. It's been trained.
How do you know?
Because I played fetch with it. I'd toss something into the water, and it would use its head to kind of bonk it back to me.
Maybe it just picked that up on its own.
No, see, I found this hidden sea cave, and in it was this harness-type thing like the military uses on the orcas that it trains.
So what do you think it's been trained for?
In the cave, there were also some cargo containers. They were from the Whitechapel Dawn.
You think somebody trained the orca to retrieve containers from that shipwreck?
Casey the librarian did say the ship could have been smuggling something, and people don't usually bother smuggling something unless it's valuable.
Who trained it? That's what I want to know.
Well, in that hidden sea cave, I came across something else.
What?
A pair of work gloves. They had Katie's name on them.
Oh my gosh. Katie's behind all this?
Not necessarily. Those gloves may have been stolen from her.
Have you asked her about them?
Not yet. I'm on my way to do that right now.
Well, get going and let us know what she says as soon as she says it.
I will.
So that's the first time we've talked to Bess and George in this mystery, even though they seem to know everything that's been going on. I haven't really been doing the phone conversations in these walkthroughs just because I don't think they're terribly interesting to watch. I mean, it's all you see is the phone screen and then you hear the conversations. So that's something that you can totally listen to.
Katie's gone.
Katie's gone? What? Katie's boat is gone. That's suspicious. Okay, now we should probably call Bess and George because we told them we'd tell them what happened. Like, we could also have been calling Frank and... I don't say Fred and George. Frank and Joe. We could also be calling them. Maybe I'll start doing it more. Just makes them long, you know?
Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's me.
Hey, how's it going? Grab the phone. It's Nancy. While George picks up, I'm going to turn down the heat under my roof.
Under your what?
Hey, Nance. So, how's your vacation going?
Oh, weird. So this is the very first phone conversation. So it doesn't just get rid of them.
Fine, except for the fact that just before I arrived, someone vandalized Katie's boat.
What?
It might have something to do with this orphan killer whale that's causing a lot of controversy here.
Katie told us about the whale when we called to tell her you were on your way.
Someone vandalized Katie's boat because of a whale?
Because of Katie's opinion as to what to do with the whale, which she expressed very loudly in front of a lot of people last night.
Katie does have a mouth on her, especially when the subject is marine life.
Did they find any fingerprints?
Katie wouldn't let me call the sheriff.
Why not?
She said she was afraid her insurance company would raise her rates.
Well, she doesn't have much money, I can tell you that. Uh-oh, Bess, is that supposed to be smoking like that?
Oh no! Darn it!
Darn what?
My roo! It's ruined!
Oh no, she wrecked her roo.
It's not funny, George.
Yes, it is, Bess.
What's a roux?
A carefully heated mixture of flour and butter. I was going to use it to thicken my gumbo.
Did you say gumbo?
Rock shrimp gumbo. It was Chef Sherwood's main dish last night.
She's hooked on this cooking show called Feasting for Fitness.
Let me guess, it's hosted by a guy, and he's very cute.
That happens to be true, but I watch it because I like his philosophy. Eat in moderation and eat only that which is made out of fresh ingredients and cooked with great skill, care, and judgment.
What else have you cooked?
Yesterday she cooked, or should I say ruined, crepes.
They weren't ruined. I mean, you could still eat parts of them. Anyway, I want to hear what you're doing, Nance.
I'm actually gonna...
I better get going.
See ya.
Hasta la pasta.
Because it's kind of weird, because that was supposed to be the very first phone conversation, so it's like going backwards. But anyway, we'll try and figure out where on Earth Katie is in our next episode. See you soon, fellow detectives.